outdoor cocktail party. This site is Jacksonville, Florida, home of the Jaguars and home of this annual rivalry that is played between the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. This rivalry has given us some great memories of the past, whether it be the whole Georgia team storming out on the field to celebrate one touchdown, or whether it be, was it Antonio Gates that fumbled in the end zone? I don't remember. But Florida's had some good memories too, but recent dominance by the Bulldogs, and well, I believe they're 1-1 in this matchup in Jacksonville in the Dynasty. I could be wrong about that, but Mason Pope and the Georgia Bulldogs are set to take on Pablo Escobar and the Florida Gators. The Bulldogs have suffered their lone loss this year at home to Ole Miss, who currently sits at number 1 in all the polls. And Florida has suffered back-to-back home losses to Mississippi State and Texas. Both teams need a win, and I'm going to pull in my color commentator here, head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm sure there's no place in the world he'd rather be than with a bunch of Georgia and Florida fans. But, McCord, tell me about each of their seasons and who really needs this win more.
Well, Georgia's doing their usual 7-1. Got upset, though, to Ole Miss. It was shocking. Wasn't expecting that. Florida is coming off 5-2. They're showing some signs of breaking right now, just a little bit. Beat the Mississippi State, got beat to Texas. So, comes down to it. Florida needs this game more right now.
Lost to Mississippi State, and honestly for me, well, I know I'm biased, but honestly for me, game of the year so far in terms of excitement. But and then Texas kind of just beat up on them last week. But Georgia showed cracks too. They couldn't.
It wasn't last week, by the way. That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. But Georgia showed some cracks of weakness too. I mean, they couldn't really score well against Ole Miss when faced with another elite defense. But we'll see what they can do here. As we know, the war in the offseason, these two teams fought over that man right there, Jamal Haynes. He has had a few Heisman votes, so a lot of buzz around the running back. He was looking like he was being crystal balled to Florida, but on signing day, he flipped to Georgia. So there's no love lost between these two teams as we're going empty on third down. Florida
I wonder if Florida try to take some other playbook out of Ole Miss. What a
Tyreek
Sapp
the
off the
big
edge.
senior. And Georgia will run out the punt team.
It was interesting he took 18 out of the backfield. I thought he had something right there. Maybe on a Texas route or something, but took him out, put him out in the flat.
Well, I mean,
especially on third and short. That was interesting.
Florida has struggled against these running quarterbacks, but they're able to keep them down, Rashada down on the first drive, and now out comes DJ Lagway. He's played safety the last couple of weeks, but we'll see what he can do today.
I will say the one thing Florida has struggled to do this year is run the football. If they do not have a run game against this Georgia defense and are one-dimensional through the air, it's going to be a struggle for them to score offensively in my mind, unless Georgia has a bunch of blown coverages.
Yeah, you know, they converted Eugene Wilson, I believe it is, to running back out of the receiver position, and while that has worked because of Wilson's speed,
going deep, got a man, he got anchored. Look at he's got anchored to the 10. What a throw by Lagway.
The man that carries my color commentator's namesake. He made a big mistake against Mississippi State. He's trying to make up for it, and he's already got 2 catches here today.
What a play, what a throw. Florida offense getting juice early. They're trying to feed Wilson. That's just nothing there. Maybe had to cut back. The hole was there on the cutback, but just not there.
Eugene Wilson. Those ratings are scary, but he's been kind of disappointing this year so far.
He really has. I thought you would try to get him out in the field in the open somewhere, but the game plan has not been there, or the scheme. There's a little play action, like always got to run for his life.
Got nowhere to go. The Georgia defensive line, Jordan Hall, the Florida native. I wanted to watch, but the two users have agreed to play it fair.
I'm lagging.
And you can't really blame them.
I'll just call timeout.
Yeah,
and timeout's been called, but we're gonna try to get something set up. I believe the.
Why is it not letting me pause the game? There he goes. Okay, I'm in the stream.
So we're gonna flip over.